We're back again. Today is the day that we're back. Start by saying driving the Z yesterday, today, tomorrow, through the weekend, and Monday. Very exciting. So this car is really nice. I drove it today for the first time after all the repairs. Highway, a little bit of street or city stuff, I guess. It's very nice post repairs. I didn't get to drive it much before the turbos blew up the first time, but now I am. I think we already talked about the short story with this. I think my favorite part of this whole build is this charge harness here. So instead of buying the one that you can buy that is like, in fact, I think it's the one from CZP. We bought a few of those and we've interacted with a few of them, didn't really like it. So we made our own, and I think ours is way nicer. Maybe we'll make a production version of it so you guys can also experience it as well. But yeah, I think that this little harness is my favorite piece. So ideally this car is going to go home on Monday or Tuesday next week once the whole driving thing is done, and I'm confident in its abilities. Because of the builds that we have on the forecast coming in for this month and January, our box pile is growing quite a bit. That's how you know something's happening at FDA. How many boxes they got? A lot. Caliper tool showed up. So I'm gonna get this open, push that piston back in the rest of the way, and then the brakes will be done. But right now the Trend is ready to go back inside of the Integra. Look what happened. Look who it is. And we captured it. We closed the doors. Everything is locked. Cat has no choice but to be loved. Neil got a shop cat. Why can't we have one? Neil's shop cat adopted him though. This one was captured. Big progress. So of course Trend's back in. The whole underside of the car is done. The exhaust is on. So you can see everything that was on the floor is no longer on the floor. Brakes are done in the front. So the caliper on this side, I put the tool in it and could not get it to push back in. In fact, it actually ended up locking and now it doesn't move at all. So I got another one that I'm gonna pick up tomorrow. We can replace that and then we could flush the brakes and get all that done. But pads, all four pads, all four rotors, front two calipers, all replaced. New axles are in. Inner tie rod on the passenger side is replaced. It 100% was bad, which his suspicion was accurate. Trash. We're doing the valve cover gasket now, and Josue just got the starter on, and he's working on replacing the thermostat as well. So this thing didn't have very much coolant in it to begin with, so it made draining it pretty easy. But we are replacing that. Timing belt, water pump we don't need to do because timing belt is new, and I'm just going to assume that whoever did the timing belt was not a jackass and also did the water pump. So everything under there is fine. Saves us a lot of time. We don't have to do that. Valve cover's all prepped. So taking this off was a little annoying. We were set up, first of all, so you can see here, someone broke a bolt off and it was just kind of caked with RTV to get it to not leak. There's this little thing that you're supposed to do where you put like a little dab of RTV on the corners and stuff. Well, instead of doing that, they used all the RTV on all the corners, and it was a lot to clean up. So I spent probably about, I don't know, an hour or so cleaning this entire surface, scraping the RTV off, the whole nine. Yeah, it's destroyed. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the core of it is just gone. Brand new thermostat and gasket. Brand new Honda bag. Boom. To replace the one that has been completely wallowed out. Doesn't even exist anymore. It's probably the original one. Thank you for your service. Valve cover is complete. Just need to replace the O-ring on the distributor. Put that back in. Josue is tightening up the thermostat now. Put that on. That'll be complete. We'll get the caliper tomorrow. Flush the brakes out. Get that finished. Fill it up with coolant. He definitely needs a radiator cap because this is trash. This thing is dookie. So fairly productive day. Everything that we thought was going to get done got done, with one hang up, which there's really no way to predict that, I guess. I mean, needing to buy that tool and having it fight me when it's spinning back in was kind of a clue, but you know, it's like that sometimes. So tomorrow we have not a great deal of time left on this car. We're gonna finish it up, get this thing back on the road. Ideally, it'll be finished tomorrow and it can go home tomorrow. It has to be towed home for whatever reason, probably because it doesn't have a license plate. So one more day on the DB. It's not a DA, it's a DB. It's very important.
What's the difference?
The DB is a GSR, except when it goes to the DC, then the DB is the sedan. There it is. Some Honda knowledge for you. For that ass, as they say, the young people.
I don't think anybody says that.
All right. Well, I said it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I say it.
Yeah.
Boom. Influencer. Now we're saying for that ass. We're bringing that back for today only. After this video is over, it's expired. Don't say it anymore. All right. Good Thursday. We saw a cat. I don't know where it went. We locked it in here and then it just disappeared. So ideally it made its way out because the door is open again. And if not, he's gonna have a really bad night. Hopefully he'll come back and visit and we can adopt him or her. It's probably a girl because of signs. I didn't get to see the butt, but it's probably a girl. I left something out for her or him. A little bit of, you know, some of that water, didn't drink any, and then some lasagna because the fridge broke overnight. So this was warm and I wasn't gonna eat warm, cheesy lasagna from the fridge. So it's good enough for a cat though. All right, thanks for hanging out with us on this Thursday. See you tomorrow. We're gonna have a really, really cool Friday day and night. See you in the next one.